Good news to everyone who is watching and listening to me right about now. My brothers and sisters, I have a very powerful and anointed word for you. Remember that you are chosen. The Bible says many are called, but a few are chosen. You are among those people that God has actually chosen. This is why they are fighting against you. This is why there's so much hatred towards you. They hate you because they know that God is with you. They know that God is fighting for you. They cannot actually have victory over you. You are going to defeat your enemies and your enemies will flee. The Bible says it clear, show me a sign of your goodness that my enemies may see and be put to shame. When God shows you a sign of his goodness and your enemies actually see it, they'll be put to shame. Those that expected death, when they see that you have life, and the Bible says it clear, the life that you have is the life of Jesus. If you receive Jesus, you have everlasting life. When they realize that you have received everlasting life, they will be put to shame. The Bible says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the only way to the Father. He is the only truth, and is the only life there is. He is the source of life. So, your enemies will be put to shame. Today's word is from the book of Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 15 to 18. Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 15 to 18. It reads, "And it happened when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and that God had brought their plot to nothing, that all of us returned to the wall, everyone to his work. So it was from that time on that half of my servants worked at the construction, while the other half held the spears, the shields, the bows, and war armor, and the leaders were behind all the house of Judah. Those who built on the wall and those who carried the burdens loaded themselves, so that with one hand they worked at the construction, and with the other held a weapon. Every one of the builders had his sword guarded at his side as he built, and the one who sounded the trumpet was beside me." What a very powerful and amazing word. You see, Nehemiah and his friends were attacked. Actually, Nehemiah was attacked by so many groups: the Arabs, Tobiah, the Ammonites, Sanballat decided to come and attack Nehemiah. Why? Because he was building the wall of Jerusalem. They never wanted him to build the walls of Jerusalem. Just like many people have attacked you because of what you're doing and because of what God is doing in your life. They do not want you to succeed. They attack you through their words. They keep on discouraging you. Whenever they see you, it is always discouragement. But I want to tell you, trust in the Lord. Some of them have attacked you through your finances. Your finances are deteriorating, but I'm telling you, your finances will increase. God will increase in you. The Bible says it clear that the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow to it. When God blesses you, the blessing will make you rich. And some of you, God is blessing you right now. As you listen to this word, as you are obedient to his voice, as you obey his instruction, the Bible says it clear, obedience is better than sacrifice. So verse 15 says, "And it happened when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and that God had brought their plan or plot to nothing, that all of us returned to the wall, and everyone to his work." That is good news. You see, when your enemies hear, when it comes to their knowledge that you know their plans and plots, they'll be put to shame. You see, God is going to bring to nothing the plots of your enemies. The traps of your enemies will not work against you. The Bible says it clear. There is no divination. There is no witchcraft against Israel. There is no divination against Jacob. There is no witchcraft that is going to work against you. God is going to open up your eyes to see witchcraft right in front of you, and you avoid it. To see a trap right in front of you, and you just go your way. If you can trust in the Lord. I love what Nehemiah said, or what he did. He said, those who built on the wall and those who carried the burdens loaded themselves, so that with one hand they worked at the construction, and with the other held a weapon. One hand was working at the construction, they were building, and another hand they were holding a weapon, ready for war. This is the mindset of a winner. This is a mindset of a victor. Don't stop work just because you have seen and heard your enemy coming. Continue working on that dream. As you're working on that dream with one hand, let the other hand hold the weapon. That is what Nehemiah did. My brothers and sisters, keep on working. Keep on doing what God has told you to do. Because in you doing that, you'll have victory. What the enemy is doing is just to frighten you. It's just to scare. Some enemies are like scarecrows. So don't actually give your attention to the enemy. Brothers and sisters, I hope this word has blessed you. Until next time, shalom.